After killing a sentient wall of red blood cells and oversized organs with the help of a subatomic particle and a wisp, we had finally entered hard mode, but I had just a few items that I wanted to grind before doing anything else. Crimson Mimics have a wide array of useful drops for an early hard mode character, but by far the best I wanted was Flesh Knuckles. At first glance, they don't seem to do much by themselves, providing only 8 defense and making enemies more likely to target you. Now, this might seem like a reasonable trade-off, but both parts of what I know you're thinking right now are completely wrong. No, 8 defense is not useful in Master for the Warzy, the mode we're playing in, and the aggro increase isn't actually a trade-off, it's why we want this accessory. Now, a lot of people have this misconception that the higher the difficulty, the more effective defense is. Now, while technically true, in that on Master for the Warzy defense is twice as effective as in normal mode, enemies also deal 4 times as much damage, meaning that defense is effectively half as useful relatively as on Classic. However, defense isn't why we want this accessory. We want it because of the aggro. In Terraria, all enemies have an aggro stat which determines how far they attack players from. Now in single player this doesn't do much, but in multiplayer just one item or accessory with an aggro increase makes enemies think you're an entire screen closer to them than you really are, meaning you're nearly guaranteed to draw aggro against most enemies and bosses. This means that if I can just not get hit in a boss fight, we're practically guaranteed to win. The Flesh Knuckles can also be combined with the Power Glove to create the Berserker's Glove, keeping the aggro increase in defense while gaining bonus melee speed and knockback. If I could get this accessory, me and my friends would be nearly unstoppable in boss fights. Now the only problem was getting it. This video details my incredibly stupid quest going insane to try to get just 5 different items in the game. I'm playing with my friends Photon and Terrasteel, and this is part 2 of our series on Master Mode for the Warzy.
Wait, Adventure, do you have Hellstone pickaxe?
Yes. Wait, do you guys not have a Hellstone pick?
No. You never gave us a Hellstone pick.
Why do I have to give you everything?
Starting off hard mode, I progressed decently fast. I obtained titanium armor fairly quickly and got myself some basic wings, allowing me to begin the next part of my plan. I needed to build an AFK Crimson farm to start getting souls at night for the Crimson Mimics. Of course, it didn't need to be fancy or anything because Flesh Knuckles are only a 1 in 5 drop chance, and I mean, what are the chances of it taking anything more than that? Obviously, I'd get them in just around 5 tries, because that's definitely how probability works, right? So no point wasting time making this farm super efficient or anything. After farming for a bit, I finally had enough souls a night for my first Shadow Key. And the Mimic immediately deals 450 damage to me in a single hit. I think I have a bit more farming to do. After some more intense AFKing, I got my second Shadow Key. This time, I even brought buffs so I die in 2 hits instead of 1. And a Dart Pistol. At least Terra will be happy. I stayed online after Photon and Terrasteel went off for the night and ended up getting a Shadow Flame Bow, Hex Doll, and most importantly, a Shadow Flame Knife. The first 2 were of questionable usefulness, but the Shadow Flame Knife was incredible.
Let's actually find it.
Okay, here you go.
Watch me be a complete failure.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, anyway, we're all buffed up, let's go. First stage can't be too hard. We built a giant arena.
Yeah,
I have literally never
second
fought
pack.
Queen Slime in my life. You'd be thinking I would have played Queen Slime now.
Why am I the one here with, like, possibly the fastest ranged weapon besides from the Clockwork?
Also, obviously since you've played Queen Slime, you're the only one who's still alive. No, this is a private
Is that just how it works? No. Well, I'm bad, I've never fought the Queen Slime. What is this?
We probably should have said. Wait, did you guys die?
No, Terra died.
Well,
I might die,
I'm
actually.
back.
I might die.
Oh, you're still alive, obviously. Of course you're still alive.
I am very close to dying. I am very close to dying.
Yes,
I'm back.
Defense
I'm
doesn't
back.
matter, it's Master for the Warzy.
I swear, at this point I'm gonna accidentally spawn, this skeleton spine. Adventurer.
Please
Watch
don't
Adventurer.
die, I'm gonna end up dying eventually, probably. Yes, very soon.
I'm like,
Yep.
Okay, we're off.
Next time can our battle plan not just be desperately hoping that I don't die, because I'm gonna die eventually.
Okay,
Everyone just say Canada. We need to conquer Canada.
You see, this weapon was probably the second best melee weapon available pre-Mechs for ranged combat in the whole game, only second to a single boomerang. Anyway, while we didn't lack DPS, Queen Slime, despite supposedly being a pre-Mech boss, was actually harder than them, so we decided to go fight the Destroyer instead.
Oh,
Okay, buffed up. Let's spawn. And watch us instantly die because... Oh,
No,
it's
Shadow.
bigger.
What this Shadow Flame bow doesn't work?
Oh, and since it's super long, Adventure, just use a Dow of Pow on, like, the big
Bro,
thing.
why are the probes so big? What the
Adventure.
hell is this?
And I just got killed by the head. How am I this stupid?
Bro, what the frick? What in God's name is this?
There's just a couple probes we have to kill.
What? They're the size of onions!
What is this? There's so many probes and lasers.
The laser, like, it's
know that
literally
there's
U.S. Army air support amount of lasers.
Okay, so I admit that was my fault. I may or may not have used the Deo of How on where it spawned. Do this.
I can't see up here. Oh, look at that. Look at
Look at the health bar, just absolutely disintegrated. Go. Adventure, we're down to 50%. This is the new cheese. Guys, this is the new Destroyer cheese.
All of our NPCs are dying.
What you expect, this is a Destroyer.
Despite killing 90% of its health within the first 20 seconds, we just couldn't deal enough damage before the probe storm made surviving impossible, so we decided to move on to the twins.
I'm bringing Spasmatasm.
Okay, we're taking on Retainer. We're taking on Retainer. Adventure is gonna run, like the one on the
This is
video.
not going to be a full moon, so at least there aren't going to be stupid werewolves every half hour.
Half hour? That would be fine. It only inflicts it some of the time.
Photon, you do like half the DPS than me. How have you not killed it yet?
Okay, Red Mazer is down, let's go. Everyone
Okay,
go to the hollow.
Spaz is in its second stage.
Okay, that's easy.
Where is it?
Over here.
Why is it charging at me?
Because
All people
I don't
why
have the flesh knuckles yet. That's what I've been telling you guys. You need everything to aggro on me.
The thing is, it always aggroes me and not Photon. Nor you.
Damage individual.
Baptism is at a couple thousand HP, done, easy, fight. Let's go.
Let's go.
I took Spasmatism away so I could solo it while Photon and Terrasteel 2v1 Dreadinizer. This worked pretty well because it meant nobody had to dodge more than one twin at a time and we could all deal fairly consistent DPS. Of course, since I didn't have Flesh Knuckles yet, the targeting was still an issue, but I mean, how many more mimics could that take?
But it didn't want to hit me.
Well, I think if I fight one more Mimic, I'm gonna go completely insane, so it's time to challenge the hardest boss we've faced yet. The boss completely obliterated us last time. The Destroyer. However, we have one massive advantage we didn't before.
Get one of us hollowed armor.
Yeah, one of us needs hollowed armor. Who needs to survive?
You.
Okay, here we go. Let's do this.
Go.
Oh boy, that was an...
Oh, let's go! Very strong start!
And they just got surrounded by the Destroyer, what fun. I'm dead already.
I'm purposely not damaging the cluster
A
because,
very
oh my
strong
god!
start to the fight.
Why are there so many probes?
This is the United States Air
Oh, you
Force.
thought the
reporting
destroyer
for
having more segments would be easier? No, we don't do easier here at the destroyer.
Guys, just focus on the crows. This fight is impossible if we don't kill them. Stop.
It is really worthy, isn't it?
It is.
Oh! I haven't seen a worm this long since the Hour of Gods, oh god. Because I can't get to the top of the arena in time.
Am I the only one left alive?
Yeah, because you managed to make it to the top of the arena, where the worm can't reach you.
Except the U.S. Air Force literally can.
Well, we need to take it slow enough that we don't get overwhelmed by the U.S. Air Force, and fast enough that it doesn't respawn by day.
I literally can't.
Yes,
I never thought the destroyer would be hard, but well, here we are. The destroyer is hard.
It's easier anyway.
The destroyer is finally living up to its name, yet the destroyer actually destroyed.
I'm just killing probes. That is the only thing I am doing right now.
Oh, I can fly through the body. I can fly through the body. No, destroying probes is actually useful because they drop hearts, remember?
Yeah. The main issue is not the hearts, it's the U.S. Air Force issue.
It's both raining both water and lasers, and this is Rift stream quality right here.
Adventura has not died once.
Remember, he has hollow dodge.
I have
He's
holy dodge.
invincible.
Well, I'm
Adventure
also
is
dodging
literally
manually
invincible.
some. So
I've lasted for a
Remember,
grand
the
total of 3
probes
seconds
can't get
before
him
dying.
the probes can't get him because he does 10,000 knockback. He attached a
Look,
KV3 watch himself.
we need to, actually no, we're doing good damage. We don't have to hurry up. We just need to keep up this pace, and we should live.
For you.
Adventura needs the hard carry.
There's a loop of the destroyer tied right around spawn, and I hate it. It's literally a loop around spawn. The destroyer is spawn camping me.
Photon, make the thumbnails more accurate next time. Make it so that we're all dead in the thumbnail instead of being alive.
The
I
destroyer
mean, he did name it failing at Master Portality.
The destroyer is so big! I'm just getting spawn camped.
I feel bad because I'm at full HP right now.
Because
if you're saying,
playing the game on easy mode with his hollowed armor.
Oh,
How is Adventure not getting hit by the US Air?
The destroyer literally has a segment.
Destroyer's
right
on.
spawn, doesn't move.
It's on spawn right now. Like literally, you just get spawn killed instantly.
You know what? Screw it. If I can't make it to the top, I'm gonna sacrifice myself with magical heart projectile. Go.
Oh, it's out of spawn. The
We
loot
need
is
to
out of
kill
spawn.
it
You
soon.
should kill the loot.
I feel like it's going to be dawn pretty soon.
Photon, were you not using the magical heart before?
No, I was, but it would just keep spawn killing me before I could do any damage. Fortunately, I got killed by a non-boss projectile, so I can respawn in 15 seconds. I'm just gonna come in time to deal the last bits of damage to the boss. Wait, you're not gonna move and spawn camp? Well, too bad. I'm just gonna chip your tail with magical heart damage and
Yes.
I used the Devour of Gods tactic. I chipped the tail. Fine, with the rainbow rod.
Yeah. We got everything we needed.
The rainbow rod just
Light
pulled
drain.
Not
Light
why?
drain. Let's go. 20 of them
Why?
and nothing. Can we like get rid of this grave for the sake of the stream? Never mind.
Oh yeah, our spawn is gonna be completely destroyed because we forgot about the bombs.
The thing is, for the worthies,
Nobody
head doesn't slow down.
cares about
Head doesn't
spawn.
slow down.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
wait,
our
you forgot.
arena!
He's gonna destroy the arena.
Wait, why do the bombs destroy platforms? They normally don't even. Oh no.
No, this is a for the worthy thing.
Oh, the spawn house. Oh no.
The devs planned ahead to make our lives as horrible as possible.
Who needs an arena anyway? Let's be real. Yeah, Photon, remember you saying we won't have to DPS clutch?
Yeah, we probably do.
Yeah, we definitely do.
I guess I'll just use I-Core shotgun against this.
I almost died there. Our arena is in complete tatters.
At least the spawn house still is there.
Somehow.
Because we have chests all over it. We just need to make an arena full of chests with one block in it. References
right.
Photon animation.
Yes.
Photon animation. Watch my animation, please. It only got 60,000 views. sad.
Photon, you better make an animation out of this.
Two
Photon
animations.
dying while me and Adventure are both in holy armor are totally fine. Hollowed armor
Why
is just that
are you
good.
doing this to me?
But how the hell am I supposed to get up there when there's like 3% of the arena left?
You're not.
Rest in peace, the railroad.
We're gonna have to do some mandatory repairs after this thing.
This is like when someone, like, when you're used to having mob greasing off in Minecraft and someone just turns the game rule on out of nowhere.
Mob. Oh, there goes the spawn base.
No more spawn base for us.
No more NPC housing.
Who needs houses anyway?
Are we gonna have the DPS clutch? It's already at like 30% and it's only 11 PM.
Yeah, well, the Destroyer was like that as
We
well.
might win, but it costs us the
Yeah,
arena.
we just don't have an arena anymore.
We won, but at
I
what
am
cost?
never getting those flesh knuckles, ever.
We won, but at what cost?
It still has 30k.
We're not
HP
even in the arena anymore. We moved over
There
to
is
the
no
desert.
arena left. It's like 1% remaining.
We're not in the arena now. What arena?
This is the wasteland.
I would have died
But,
there if
you
not
know,
for holy.
you know that really crappy cobblestone bunker that Photon made? The NPC that's in it right now is laughing so hard.
Not as hard as I am.
You're completely right, though. That's more animation content right there. To close the air,
Better
you
make
took
an
that
animation
shitty
out of
house
it,
and now extremely happy.
Oh my god, this fight is so dumb. For the Woolsey should be like this instead of, you know, Queen Bee. This should be what For the Woolsey is.
And they're all
the
NPCs got
NPCs are
eviscerated.
Every single NPC is gone.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
We've won at what?
Easy
what
fight.
So we won, but the spawn was completely destroyed for the rest of the game. So
No. Anyway.
with Prime out of the way though, I could get some huge upgrades. I got both the Fire Gauntlet and True Knight's Edge, more than doubling my DPS. I honestly can't overstate how overpowered the True Knight's Edge is in 1.4. I think it might honestly be the most powerful weapon pre-Plantera at this point.
Here you go, summon it.
Screw buffs. We could all three
I
mech
have
bosses. If we
buffs.
can't kill Queen Slime, then
We're just bad.
we're just bad. There's no excuse if we can't kill Queen Slime. And you're still using the same weapon as you were using in the beginning. Thing is, each wobble thing only does 127 damage. And it's dead.
Anyway, we finally extracted our revenge on Queen Slime, but something was still wrong. I still needed those flesh knuckles. So, yeah. Didn't get those flesh knuckles.
Should we go solo, master mode, Forza Warzy, Duke Fishron, pre-Plantera, Photon joint? Oh, and I get one shot by Tim. I swear, if you actually go solo Duke Fishron, your house is no more.
Good thing I would never do anything so stupid as to solo Duke Fishron in Master Mode Forza Warzy with pre-Plantera gear. So yeah, I'm pretty sure my house is safe. If we were going to fight Duke Fishron pre-Plantera though, I wasn't satisfied with my godly True Knight's Edge, so I decided to get Legendary. And then failed and wasted 10 platinum trying. After spending all my money reforging, I decided to butcher the twins to get some extra cash. It helped a bit, but my account balance was still terrible. I finally decided that once and for all, I was going to get those flesh knuckles, one way or another. I spent half an hour grinding in the underground Crimson for Souls of Night, and after getting 50, I was able to craft 3 Shadow Keys. And of course, finally, once I get an extra 30 Souls of Night, finally, the game gives me Flesh Knuckles. After 21 dead mimics for 1 in 5 drop chance. And the game has the gall to name them Lucky. But since I finally had the Berserker's Glove, it was finally Fishron time. But of course you know this series, and you know perfectly well we couldn't just fight this thing normally or efficiently without trying literally every other method first, so instead of actually dodging or learning attack patterns like idiots, I decided to spend 2 hours after class one day remaking a rail all the way across the map so I could charge up hundreds of True Knight's Edge projectiles. And miss! Don't worry, I hit again in a later fight, but it was clear this strat wasn't going to pay off, so we decided to fight this thing the old-fashioned way. Oh yeah, after another accidental boss summon. Don't worry about it.
Got a hook of
Go,
dissonance, is
spawn
that
it.
good?
Time to actually fight the boss.
Do we even need to choose it?
I mean, you're playing
We're
phase 1,
doing
which is
so much more DPS now, I have no clue why.
because
It's because
we
I'm
have advan-
here and you actually have a weapon.
Okay, fine, I concede, the Mega Shark is good.
Mega Shark does the same, does
This
2
is
more
why
damage
we
than
wanted
Onyx
the Mega
Blast.
Shark Photon.
Well, we only got it because your server glitched out and we were able to dupe something.
We could have just killed one more shark and got it legit.
You do realize, Photon, that things in expert mode can drop 2 items, so there was a very, very slight chance of that shark just happening to drop 8 items. About as likely as Dream getting about 3 times his normal amount of pearls over 600 feet, so if Dream's legit, then we're legit too.
Fine. Adventure just dunking on Dream.
Adventure... Currently on adventure, as usual.
I think you might be able to actually do with the extra Mega Shark DPS and the fact Adventure exists.
I'm just aiming blindly, I can't see shit.
You need to carry.
It's on me, it's on me, it's on me.
Terra just...
And I screwed up the attack pattern! Come on, adventurer for the carry. At like 1%.
Oh no, I can't teleport. Blue, blue, join blue, join blue, join blue, join blue,
Join blue, join blue, join blue, join blue. Come on, adventurer for the carry. You guys do so much less
Nice.
damage. You guys do a lot
Nice.
less damage than me in this stage because you don't have homing.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Yes, I got the
finally
2
did it.
best. I got all 3 good drops. Oh my
Wait.
god. Oh
Wait,
my
you can
god.
get multiple drops?
And I
Oh
get
my
nothing,
God.
obviously. And... Bro, I can't even teleport to the ocean. What is this? This pylon is not the correct biome? What the fuck?
Adventure got Fishron wings, I'm salty.
And the flare on. Oh my god. Yes.
Watch! I call it! I'm getting a bubble gun. Photon is getting a razor blade Titan.
Oh
I'm
my
going
god.
sad forever.
Photon, what did you get?
I think Terraria RNG decided to have mercy on me after the Mimic fiasco, because it decided to give me both a Flareon and Fishron wings, both with great modifiers, and let me just say, the chance of getting both of these together, let alone with positive modifiers, on the first kill is 2%. I've stopped trying to predict the Terraria RNG gods. But, not really. I then tried another 50 times, on stream I may add, plus another 10 off stream, and several more in that same Photon stream that we originally killed Fishron in, and couldn't get a single extra pair of Fishron wings. A 10% drop chance for Photon or Terra, even after 3 hours straight of fighting through Fishron on stream. So, I think that my luck from that first kill both absorbed all possible luck before and after for the entire rest of the playthrough. Anyway, it was time for us to go fight Plantera.
Okay, I'm spawning Plantera. Might be a bad
Quiver, I
decision,
don't do
but I'm
magic
spawning
quiver.
it.
Oh wait, let's go, I'm ready.
Okay, if Plantera could move, that would be great.
Depth.
Here we go. The fight has
Never
begun.
mind! Oh, she teleported. Oh,
go.
wrong arrow, wrong arrow, wrong arrow.
For the plant.
Bro, I'm getting attacked.
Lamau, look at that
Left is
DPS
wide
right there. Plantera's getting shredded.
Lamau, holy arrows and tsunami is like the next best
Oh my
thing.
god. Oh my god. Okay, stage 2.
May I tell you, holy arrows? Never mind.
Never mind. Just wait for the respawn.
Look at Adventure doesn't have any DPS at all.
Adventure, hold out.
Adventure, just live. Come on, just live. Don't actually like go in.
Because remember, it's melee only. Plantera at this stage can't shoot anything. Just go under and over it.
Yeah, well, I'm trying, but it went 2,000
I'm here. Okay, so basically this is gonna be like skeleton. Man.
Where is this Planter that I hear?
How am I not dead? How am I not dead? How am I not dead? Oh my god.
DPS mode. Deletion.
We're deleting the tentacles. Oh, For the Worthy has tentacles
How
from the
am I
hooks,
not
that's
dead?
why.
How am I not dead? How?
Plantera is a no.
Deletion.
Plantera is no more.
Holy arrows are overpowered.
Yes!
First try.
And with that, this part 2 of this weird hybrid episode of part 2 and 2.5 of For the Worthy is finished. But we still had just a few things left to bridge the gap between having just killed Plantera and boss rushing the latter half of Hardmode, and being ready to fight Golem, the Empress of Light, and ultimately the Moonlord in part 3. If we wanted to do that, we need a bit of a power-up. I had a plan to boost my power setup from my previous ragtag assortment of Duke, Fishron, and Mech accessories into an unkillable glass cannon of damage potential alongside an obsidian bulwark of defense. I just needed 4 items: the Vampire Knives, the Frozen Shield, the Master Ninja Gear, and the Rod of Discord. The Vampire Knives would provide healing and lifesteal. The Frozen Shield would decrease the damage I took when under half HP by 25%. The Master Ninja Gear would provide me with a longer, faster dash with a 10% dodge chance, and the Rod of Discord would provide insane mobility options. Taken together, they would decrease the average damage I take when under half HP by over a third, drastically increase my mobility, and grant lifesteal. But before I got any of those 4 items, I wanted to get a new set of armor, the Squire set. The Squire set may seem like a strange choice at first. After all, it has less defense than my existing turtle armor and lacks the invincibility dodge of my hollowed armor. However, it has the key ability of 2 additional sentry slots. Why did I want 2 additional sentry slots? Combined with a bewitching table, it let me get a total of 3 sentries and 2 minions, while still offering substantial melee bonuses, and decent defense. Now, this still isn't good until you realize that while the set's armor bonus grants bonuses to ballistae, you aren't bound to using them as sentries. And guess what else counts as sentries and is far, far stronger than ballistaes? That's right, the Frost Hydra. The Frost Hydra staff is far more powerful than any ballista or other Old One's army sentry I had access to at this point, and combining this with the Squire armor would give me insane AFK potential, which I'd be needing to do a lot of with how much AFKing is going to be coming up, because let me just give you some drop rates real quick. Frozen turtle shells have a drop rate of 1%, or a 1 in 100 chance of being dropped by ice tortoises, an enemy in the snow biome. Rod of Discord has a 0.25% drop rate, or a 1 in 400 chance of being dropped by Chaos Elementals, a rare mob in the underground hollow biome that spawns 1 in an eternity. A Crimson Cree has a 0.04%, or 1 in 2,500 chance of being dropped by enemies in the underground Crimson. And of course, because it's a 1 in 2,500 chance, it's not going to take 2,500 kills to get. It's going to take far, far more. I think you can see why I wanted Squire armor now. Oh, and while I'm here, could I please rant about how much I hate the Old One's army? Like in any other boss fight or even event, there's nothing stopping you from making traps to your heart's content. It may not be the most effective way to progress through the game, but I always found it cool how you could spend 20 hours making an incredibly unnecessary lizard hard trap network, and I find it kinda sad how many anti-cheat measures the Old One's army has. I see the point in it, that you don't want to be able to cheese it, but then there are the Frost and Pumpkin moons, so why are they just left completely alone? Anyway, back on track, because I could turn ranting about random aspects of Terraria's game design I disagree with into an hour-long video by itself. Once I got full Squire armor, I took an ice key that had been laying around and got the staff of the Frost Hydra. I finally had a half-decent hybrid melee summoner AFK setup. And now to spend 10 hours grinding for the Paladin's Shield. With the Paladin's Shield finally acquired, I was now halfway to the Frozen Shield. The other half was lying in wait in the underground snow biome. I built an entire underground snow farm for ice tortoises, then discovered that they only spawn in the cavern layer, so had to build another, second giant farm. Then immediately got not one, but 2 shells. Not to worry though, the first farm is still useful because of mimics. On the bottom farm, I kept on dying to random pigrons and crimson mimics that would glide through the walls whenever I went AFK. So I actually had to switch armor from Squire armor back to Turtle armor for the damage reduction and Storm's effect it gives. After its buff in 1.4, Turtle armor is actually amazing for AFK, as it will kill nearly any mob that tries to attack you when you're away, and its 15% damage reduction combined with its great defense is a nice bonus. Now, all that was left to do was wait for the Crimson Key to drop. I mean, it can't be, like, that hard to get, can it? Okay, maybe a bit hard. Okay, this might take a while. Okay, this is just getting ridiculous. And it only took 8 hours. With the Crimson Key finally acquired, I finally got the Vampire Knives. Now, while defense may be somewhat useless in For the Worthy, life steal is as great as ever. With these, even while absorbing my teammates' damage with the Frozen Shield, I should be able to still easily survive. I started the grind for the God of Discord by blowing up a square approximately the size of Canada and Crimson. I probably could have made this half as large and still maxed out enemy spawns, but then I wouldn't have a square the size of Canada. The devs also made it so the God of Discord won't drop if you haven't moved recently, because they like causing pain and suffering. That's the only possible reason I could see them doing this. It's not as if the weapon is completely broken or anything. Wait, does it even count as a weapon? I'm pretty sure it's like... I guess it would fall under the tool category? Anyway, so I set up a mount system to slowly but surely move me down 1 pixel every few seconds, and it might have worked, I don't know. The initial form wasn't up to my standards though, it just felt like something was missing, and I figured it out. It needed more lava. And of course, the moment I stop actually AFKing, the item drops. I am starting to suspect my mount contraption might not have been working after all. With the God of Discord acquired, I just had one final item left before I could finally finish this script, start editing this thing, and actually sleep for the first time in CJ. I mean, be completely prepared for the Empress of Light fight. Master Ninja Gear. With a new and improved dash and 10% dodge chance, this item would be great for the fight. And I already had a tabby and black belt from all the farming in the dungeon, so all I needed was climbing claws and shoe spikes to make tiger climbing gear. How hard could it possibly be? As it turned out, very hard. It turns out, despite blazing through all of pre-Hardmode and most of Hardmode, we hadn't gotten a single shoe spike or climbing claw in that entire time. After taking one look at climbing claws start to drop rate from crates, I immediately disregarded fishing as an option and made a new world to explore for them. Now, off the top of your head, how much time do you think it will take us to get 2 of the most common accessories in the game? I always get both of these whenever I wanted literally anything else, so I was pretty sure it couldn't take any more than about 10 minutes tops. Turns out I was wrong, actually. I wouldn't even have to wait 10 minutes. I'd only have to wait an hour for just the climbing claws. An hour. The shoe spikes took another 3. But finally, with everything completed, I crafted up my Master Ninja Gear. And with that, I can finally end this video. If you enjoyed this, Photon just uploaded his perspective to part 2, and will also be uploading part 3 soon on his channel, so go there if you're interested in seeing the conclusion to this. I'll also be uploading a complete guide on For the Worthy around the same time to round off the series. Next playthrough will be a completely normal hardcore run, but You know, with just a bit of a twist. Let's just say it'll be interesting. Stay tuned.